Are there any drugs in the car or anything like that?
No, nothing.
I'm going. I understand that.
Sir, can I ask why you're so upset?
Is it still coming to a Dodge Ram?
No, we got it fixed. Why are you so...
In a sane world, we'd entrust our politicians with the sacred duty of representing our hopes, dreams, and aspirations. But this isn't a sane world, and we all know that many politicians behind their shiny campaign posters harbor sleazy secrets and plan on using their office as a better, cleaner way to break the law. So what happens when these crooked politicians are caught on camera? Let's peel back the layers of power and reveal the unsettling truth. What happens when the child of a corrupt official is pulled over and the parent is entitled and thinks they're above the law? Watch as Karen Z. Turner of the Port Authority of New York and a New Jersey commissioner answers this question by proving that terrible actions have terrible consequences. When her daughter was pulled over due to having a vehicle registration that was 2 years outdated and for not having an insurance card, Commissioner Karen believed the police officers had committed the crime of daring to cross her path.
Now don't call me Miss, I'm Commissioner. Thank you.
The commissioner only arrives at the scene after her daughter signals with her hand and she pulls over. Then she proceeds to disrespect the officers and attempt to intimidate them with her rank.
How did he get the car back?
Valid registration, valid insurance card.
How do they know that this is her car? Like, don't you need to give us a receipt or something? Like, how are they going to know that this one
This is the
her?
receipt. This goes on file.
Hi, I'm Karen Turner. Hi, it's Nair. I'm a resident. There you go.
It's fine. I don't need that.
Okay, fine. I'm
You're
Karen
just
Turner.
here. You're just here as the rider, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm here as a concerned citizen and friend of the mayor, and been in Tenafly for 20 years. I take full responsibility for them. And what is the reason they were pulled over?
The driver has all the information. He'll tell you.
No. I need to know.
No, you don't need to know.
Okay?
We're not involved here. You're picking them up.
No. I'm involved. Trust me.
Well,
I'm
I'm not
very
going to tell
involved.
you. He's the driver of the automobile. He's over 18. That's all you need.
Following the same pattern corrupt officials usually do, she mentions that she's a friend of the mayor, even after stating that she's just a concerned citizen. She wants to know what's going on, but the police officer rightfully refuses to indulge her with that information, especially because the actual perpetrators are above 18 years. Despite it being in her best interest to let the officers do their job, she hands them her ID and tells them that she's the commissioner of the Port Authority. The officer is clearly not interested in this information.
We don't need to see credentials.
Okay. You need it. Okay. So if there's a problem, I think I have.
There's no problem.
Well, I think there's a
It's an
problem.
unregistered vehicle.
Okay. Let's hear why were they pulled over, first of all?
Miss.
Now don't call me Miss, I'm Commissioner. Thank you. They pulled over.
All due respect,
Yep. Why
the
they
driver
pulled
will
over?
tell you.
No. I need
Yes,
to know.
ma'am. The car's getting towed now.
Why is the car getting towed?
Go ask him.
No. I'm asking. You're the person
Go ask
who's
him.
ordered it, and trust me.
Miss, this is not involved 1%.
Yeah, it does. It does, because I'm picking them up, and I'm offering to take responsibility for them, and you can't even tell me the charges. I'm also an attorney, so I think if you can't tell me, what is the problem?
That's fine.
Why is it such a difficulty to say why they're being pulled over and why the car's being towed?
Because everything has already been explained.
I know, but I know.
Why do you need to know?
Because this is impacting me, because
Why?
I got 4 people who are coming back to my house, including people who live in New Haven attending Yale Graduate School, a PhD student, and I don't know why it's so difficult to say what the problem is.
When she persists in asking what the problem is, the officers let her know that politely coming up to them to make inquiries, especially on behalf of a family member, would have been okay and prompted their cooperation. But Commissioner Karen acted entitled and was aggressive towards the officers, choosing to be rude and disrespectful instead of letting the law take its course.
It
Take a
will
step back.
be.
Take a step
if
back
you
for me,
can't
please.
even describe what
Take
the
a
problem
step back
is,
for me. I can't move back any farther. I keep moving back farther, and you keep moving closer to me.
Because you can't
Can you take
even
a step back?
put a sentence together
Take a
on what
step back.
the problem is.
Because I'm not, because of your demeanor.
No, I
I
came
am
in
under
very
no
nicely.
legal obligation to tell you.
And I'm under
Okay.
no legal obligation to tell you what I will be doing.
After more conversation with the officers, Karen finally voices her displeasure at the officers for their actions and in no way takes into account her own behavior. She threatens to get both officers fired, and knowing they're not in the wrong, one officer gladly offers his badge number and name just to make sure there are no discrepancies.
I'm very disappointed in the way the two of you are acting. You cannot even tell me a mother living in Tenafly for 20 years with 2 kids who went through the school system what the problem is. And that's shocking. It's shocking that you can't even give me a sense.
I think
no,
we should conclude this.
I will.
Just for safety reasons,
absolutely.
this is a high-speed road. I think we should all get off of the road. It's a little bit dangerous for us being out here as long as we were
Thank
anyway.
you for your concern with my safety.
Okay.
I don't need it. You can't put a sentence together. Sorry.
Okay.
That's pathetic.
Okay.
And you are a disappointment. And you are just following him. So you are also a disappointment. Okay. You can't put together a sentence of what the problem is.
Now? Are you finished, ma'am?
I'm shocked. I'm shocked and very disappointed. Thank you for your help.
You may take them now.
You may not tell me when to take my child. You may shut the f*** up and not tell me when I may take my kids and her friends who are PhD students from MIT and Yale. Okay. You may tell me nothing because you told me nothing. Shame on both of you.
Once the encounter is over, the car is towed and Commissioner Karen leaves. However, after this video went viral, she was forced to resign and release a video apologizing for her disgusting behavior. Sadly, Commissioner Karen isn't the only politician caught being disrespectful and entitled on camera. Florida congressional candidate from the Sarasota area, Martin Hyde was pulled over for going 57 miles per hour in a 40 miles per hour zone. He was also using his phone while driving.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, sir? I'm Sebastian, Sarasota Police Department. You're on audio and video recording. The reason for the stop, you were observed going 57 and a 40, and you were on your phone texting while you were doing that. That was at Euclid and Fruitville.
You don't need to point at the officer.
I'm not pointing at you, I'm pointing in the direction where it was.
I'll just call the chief, how's that?
Go right ahead, sir. Can I see your license? Right? Yes, sir, I do. Can I see your license, registration, insurance, please?
You can do this?
Yes, sir.
Right at the beginning of the traffic stop, candidate Martin immediately becomes defensive instead of owning up to his offense and being respectful. The officer remains calm throughout and politely tells him why he's been pulled over and asks for his papers and license. But of course, candidate Martin decides to escalate the situation. To him, the officer pointing in the direction he's coming from is the grievous crime of an officer pointing at him, and he asks if she's allowed to do this to him. Like he'd forgotten that being a politician doesn't mean he's above the law.
I'm sorry? I still have a job to do, sir.
Yeah. What's your name?
Officer Sebastian, it's going to be on the citation. Can I see your insurance, registration, and your license, please? Sir, can I have your paperwork, please? 7 years, sir. Can I see your registration, please? You're not going to give me your registration, sir.
You arrest me?
I'm asking you if you're going to produce me with your registration. You don't have it on you?
Look, go call the chief. Tell him how good you just did. Blame this video.
Okay.
Then you call Marlon Brown. Then you call the mayor.
Okay.
They're not okay, though. Tell me what to do.
Okay, sir. Are you refusing to produce your registration?
We can see that candidate Martin, in an effort to weasel his way out of punishment, lets slip his connections and makes subtle threats at the officer after demeaning her authority as an officer. Seeing that his tactics weren't working, he continues to be uncooperative, as well as continues to threaten the officer's career.
Your registration?
You're making career decisions.
Okay, sir. Sir, because you were speeding and you were texting.
Where's your video?
All right. Hang tight.
At this point, Officer Sebastian goes to her vehicle to draw up candidate Martin's ticket, but he refuses to accept it. Instead, he asks her to call her supervisor, tells her, "Let's not go there," and makes a racist remark towards her, all the while speaking over her.
Call the supervisor. I just spoke to your boss.
Okay.
That's not okay.
You want your paperwork?
Is it your Russian immigrant status that makes people like this?
10-14, sir.
Call the supervisor.
14 dispatch, can you have my supervisor respond, please?
Yeah. And then we'll see who goes.
Okay. You don't want your paperwork?
6142, can you be 51 Fruitville
You don't have a warrant.
Sir, you're going to be
I'm
issued
not
a
interested in
citation.
Anything you have to say. I'll wait for the supervisor.
You can wait for the supervisor, but I'm going to go through what I need to go through.
No, I'm not interested.
All right, you are going to be issued a
There's
citation.
the registration.
Well, you've been already issued a citation for that.
For what?
For failing to produce your registration.
All
All right. Sir, you're going to... You're going to be issued a citation 57 and a 40 for speeding. Your fine is $256. Information in the back. You're going to have an option to plead guilty, an option to plead not guilty, and an option to take a safe driver's course. If you qualify for the course, it will reduce your fine, and it will reduce your points. If you decide to go ahead and do that, just make sure you do it prior to submission of payment.
You know what he said about you? You want to hear what he said about you?
He could say all he wants about me. I got a job to do, sir.
You know what he said about you?
If you fail to complete...
Like this.
Okay.
And he's going to have you again.
And that's fine.
It's not fine. Why do you keep saying it's fine?
Sir?
I'm a law-abiding citizen. You're being bloody rude to me.
The only person who's been rude throughout the entire interaction is candidate Martin himself. But he simply could not comprehend that his threats would fail and sees the officer not buckling under his attitude as rudeness. He refuses to receive his ticket and speaks over Officer Sebastian while she issues his citation.
You're going to be issued a citation for texting and driving. Okay? You're going to be issued a citation for texting and driving. Your fine is $116. Information in the back. You're going to have an option to plead guilty and an option to plead not guilty.
Once the officer is done speaking with candidate Martin, she returns to her vehicle to wait for her supervisor. To no one's surprise, candidate Martin continues to make the situation even more dire than it already is.
Or stand on the sidewalk so you don't get hit by a vehicle. It's for your safety. Sir, stand over there. It's for my safety and for your safety. Sir?
It takes 8 minutes of waiting, and of candidate Martin's shenanigans, the supervisor finally arrives at the scene.
Frangione is on his way.
Okay.
Speeding 57 and a 40. Texting while driving. Failure to produce his registration. When I asked, he told me I could look it up.
Okay. You know who he is,
yes.
Right? Yeah, you got identified him?
Yes.
Okay. So you're just going to stay by to cite him, or is that what...
He already got cited.
Oh, he has already?
Yeah.
Citation. So he just...
From the moment I woke up.
So he's just waiting for...
He's waiting for supervisor, and I guess he spoke to Frangione, so Frangione is on his way.
Okay.
Bobby just pulled up.
Okay.
For the supervisor to ask, "You know who he is, right?" And, "So you're just going to stay by to cite him?" It seems that Officer Sebastian is the only one sticking to the books in this encounter. With the supervisor on ground, we see how deeply the roots of corruption run.
Mr. Hyde? I guess you talked to Sergeant Frangione by the phone?
Yeah.
Okay, he's on his way. She requested another unit, so that's what another unit.
Someone a certificate ticket for no registration when they've got their registration. She's trying to make her spurs, but it's a big mistake.
Well, this one is the expired one, but...
Well, it doesn't make it. It'll take 2 seconds.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure that she pays the price for being disrespectful.
We gotta make sure that she pays the price for being disrespectful. Might just be the most chilling thing candidate Martin has said during this interaction. Here, he drops the subtleties and directly threatens to attack Officer Sebastian's career. And while he's saying this, the supervisor says exactly nothing. Candidate Martin also reveals that the ticket isn't a problem to him. It's the disrespect he got from Officer Sebastian.
You know,
I've represented you guys in union discussions. My son is a cop. I'm friends with everybody in the police department. This is the first time anybody has been disrespectful to me. And for what reason? I could care less. If they were going to write me a ticket, I could care less. I just pay the bloody thing. You don't think I got the money? It's the manner and the nature of it. Outrageous. Why would you do that? Why? I mean, of all the people to do it to.
Yeah, I understand, sir. Let me go talk to her and see.
Well, it's a waste of time. Yeah. She's got it in her head. I know exactly who she is. Frangione told me exactly who she is. That's fine. 7 years might not turn into 8.
I just wanted to know if you wanted to go back to the station.
You can go to the station. Yep, go to the station. Hey, Martin. Yeah, I have to leave it on.
And when the sergeant arrives, the first thing he does is ask if the body camera is running. He then goes on to repeat his scripted lie on Officer Sebastian's actions, and throughout the interaction, the sergeant speaks like a man humbled in the presence of someone powerful.
She lied about the cell phone thing. She lied about the, I don't know, the speed. I could care less. You can give me the ticket all day long. I could care less about that. And then I gave her the registration, and registration? It's in the car there somewhere. goes off, she writes me a ticket, she brings me back a citation. I said, there it is.
Okay.
And she still gives me it.
Okay. All right.
She's being fun. And the thing is, I appreciate that. I back you guys left, right, and centre.
I understand that. I do. Trust me, I do
and
know
I
that.
don't expect better treatment, but I don't expect worse treatment. If that's how you treat people, that's unacceptable.
I understand your frustration.
And I can get the video and I can play it to
I'm
the
going.
mayor. I understand that, but you know, the thing is, I don't take kind. She knew exactly, because I said to her, I said, yeah, right away, I said, she's like, yeah, I know. Straight away, writing the tickets. Why?
Well, she's a traffic officer.
Yeah,
that's what we do. But I understand.
I understand that's what she did.
Yeah.
It's not what you do, and you know it.
Listen, she has a job to do. I'm not. Listen, I'm gonna look at the video. I understand your concerns. I'm gonna look at the video. I notified everybody in the chain of command right now. That's what I was doing. That's why I was not coming here. I thought you were gonna meet me at the station, but it's not a big deal. She's going right now to dock her video. Right now, she's going to dock her video. And if there's problems, you will be the first to know.
Well, I know there's problems. The difference is, I'll do something about it.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, I'm going to take your complaint, is what I'm doing. That's the first step.
You know, how can you write a ticket for no registration when you've got the registration? I mean, as if I get a $150,000 car, I've lived here for 25 years and I don't register a car. Why do that?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Well, you tell me what the point is.
It's just a state statute that she enforces. She's not the only traffic officer that writes.
Would you give a ticket for that?
I really don't leave the office. I understand what you're saying.
I understand you have a video on there, but the fact is, nobody in their right mind would give a ticket for that to me. Nobody.
After a few minutes of fruitless back and forth with the sergeant and continuous threats, candidate Martin finally leaves the scene. With the entire interaction recorded on camera, Marvin was exposed as the entitled liar he is. He lost that year's elections, had to pay the tickets he was given, and had to upload an apology video that only showed he wasn't sorry at all.
Threatened her position. Why did you do that?
I tried to bully her. I mean, I'm not proud of it. She knew. And if you watch the video, the other cops, when they came up and said, you know who that is too. And the reason they said that isn't because I'm important, but because they know I've spent hundreds of hours working on behalf of causes for Sarasota Police Department, for its pay, for officers' discipline, to help them out. And therein lies the irony. My own son, my oldest son, is a deputy sheriff. And so this isn't a question of Martin Hyde disliking cops. This is a question of Martin Hyde being in a ratty mood on a Monday morning and acting in a way that he regrets. But I am sorry, and I'd like to think that I'll learn from it. I'd like to think other people might learn something from it too.
Martin Hyde isn't the only corrupt politician hiding behind a facade of goodwill. Police Chief Jonathan Hemphill was pulled over in the neighboring city of Molina, Georgia, for a tint violation, and it was also found to have an unofficial police plaque. This encounter occurred on August 25th, 2022, and right off the bat, Chief Jonathan shows his true colors.
No, no, sir. The reason why we're stopping you is because it's a winter tint violation.
I blinked my blue lights at you to let you know who I was.
Yes, sir. Well, we didn't know with it. That's not a government tag.
That is a unofficial tag. Okay. That tag's not even on file.
I see. Yes. Well, we have to catch up the bill to run it and everything like that. So
I won't blink my blue lights at you next time. I'll let you just sit there. I was just speaking. I'm the police chief in Zebulon.
Well, nice to meet you, sir.
Matt Polk worked for me. Your chief worked for me.
Yes, sir. There's no need to get upset.
I'm upset because I spoke to you when I come by, and now you're pulling me over.
Sir, I've never met you a day in my life.
I understand that.
Why are you being hostile?
Easy. I don't have to talk to you.
Okay.
Easy. I'm not talking to you.
Why are you being hostile right now?
Are y'all gonna write me a ticket? Are you gonna write me a ticket?
Sir, we're just trying.
I'm the police chief in Zebulon. You wanna write me a ticket?
Why are you coming up to me like that? I'm doing my job, right?
What are you stopping for?
I'm stopping for one because it's dark.
I have blue lights in my car.
Okay, you know how many officers have blue lights?
Are you writing me a ticket? Yes or no?
I'm conducting my investigation.
Are you writing me a ticket? I'm fixing to leave.
You don't have your driver's license.
I don't have my driver's license.
What are we?
I have my driver's license. I'm fixing to make it a whole lot more. Your boss.
11:11. I'm out here with Villanova.
Chief Jonathan becomes immediately hostile, something the second officer on duty picks up on. He drops his position as the police chief of Zebulon, and he makes sure to add that their chief had worked for him. A few minutes later, The officers ran a check on his license plate at his request, and that's when it's revealed that the license plate does not coincide with the vehicle he's driving. When he's told this, Chief Jonathan only gets angrier.
What?
She's about bringing your driver's license back up.
That's fine.
Yeah. First, when we ran the tag, it came back to like a Dodge Ram, so we're just confirming it's not. Yes, sir.
It's a ghost tag.
Yes, sir. We're making
sure anything back with that tag.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're just.
You must have run it wrong. You must have run it wrong because you want to come back to a Dodge Ram.
We were confirmed it. They let us know and everything.
So it's still coming back to a Dodge Ram now?
Sir, can I ask why you're so upset?
Is it still coming back to a Dodge Ram now?
No, we got it fixed. Why are you so upset?
No, you didn't fix it. Is it still coming back to a Dodge Ram right now?
No, it came back 9:05.
That's right, because you run it wrong.
Sir.
Somebody run it wrong. Either you did or they did.
We're about to get the information.
Okay, I got your chief on the phone right now. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Can you calm down for us, please?
I appreciate your service. I appreciate your service.
All right.
I'm just saying, I spoke to you guys. I didn't have to do that. I could have eased on by y'all. I appreciate the job y'all out here doing.
Chief, I'm trying to be respectful with you.
I understand that. I understand
I'm not raising my voice or nothing at you, right?
I understand
All right, let's.
But I'm trying to tell you, the only thing I done wrong was spoke. Y'all never would have pulled me over if I hadn't flicked my blue lights.
No, sir. No, we were going to pull you over. Actually, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm telling you straight up. Okay. All right. But like I said, there's people out here impersonating police officers with blue lights.
Or you threw my license. She threw my license. If she is getting them for me,
she'll bring it to you, sir.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
I'm just trying to talk with you.
I don't want to talk anymore about it.
All righty.
Despite being pulled over, caught with the wrong license plate number, and being highly disrespectful to the officers, Chief Jonathan Hemphill was written a ticket and allowed to go on his way. But if you thought corrupt officials being pulled over for traffic violations was bad enough, Matthew Riley, a former Chanson City Council member, was caught with hard and illegal drugs. On May 18, 2023, he was arrested and charged with drug possession after he was found sleeping in his car with a crack pipe in his hands. Even more damning is the fact that this happened right after court.
Yeah. All right. Roads open, Boston.
You gotta stop. Try not to.
At first, Matthew seems to be demure, but his attitude to the arrest quickly changes. Once the officer recognizes who he is, Matthew attempts to play on his position for a favor.
Well, a rescue's gonna come check you out, man. I can't let you go. You were literally choking in your sleep. Somebody flagged me down about it.
Oh, I have sleep apnea. I'm sorry.
Well, and then you have a crack pipe in your hands, so it's like...
Wait, sorry.
Listen, I have a body camera. Obviously, everything I have is recorded. You know that, and what I've observed is on camera, so I can't pretend I didn't. So a rescue's gonna come here, and they're gonna check you out. As far as I know, there's no drugs anywhere, so I can't. So there's not a criminal investigation. There's more a health or well-being check type thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I obviously have to document it. You're gonna have that back.
Thank you. So will be no arrest?
What?
There will be no arrest?
No. Are there any drugs in the car or anything like that?
No, nothing.
Although Matthew looks visibly relieved after the officer tells him he's not going to be arrested, and this is just to make sure he's safe, he clearly doesn't expect that the conversation would draw on. When asked if what he's taken is laced with fentanyl, he decides to fuse a lie with his sob story.
Been clean for 13 years.
Alright.
Just went through a really, really bad divorce recently.
Okay. Do you know if any of that was laced with fentanyl or anything? Because you were out, and looked like you were choking.
Unfortunately for Matthew, the drugs found in his car were tested and came out positive for crack cocaine and fentanyl.
Your whole life. Down the drain for what? So you don't know at all?
He was arrested, and during the arrest, one officer took the time to advise Matthew and tell him that the arrest will be beneficial to him. However, with the arrest up on the internet for all to see, 41-year-old Matthew Riley resigned from the city council and as chairman of the Cranston Republican Party a week later, after pressure from the mayor and other members of the council.
Once or twice. Yeah, but whoever you buy it from, if you continuously buy it from them, you know who you're buying it from. You don't know what people put in it. No, I understand. They may have made that, but that's a big rock you got in there. What's that? A $50 piece? 100.
Yeah,
So,
I just got back into this.
This is gonna listen. This is a terrible situation. We're all in a tough spot, but we gotta do what we gotta do right by the numbers. It'll help you in the end. Believe me when I tell you. And you'll say to us a month from now, "Good, best thing that ever happened to me." That's what they all tell us. You can't go down this road anymore.
No.
God forbid we find you dead. That's terrible.
Enjoyed the video? Leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications for more just like it.